you had a reputation as one of the best technical wrestlers of your era. Who, in your opinion, was the best technical wrestler that you ever worked with?
Uh, Ricky Steamboat.
I had a
And
feeling it was going to be him.
and I only had one match with him.
Wow.
But I mean, that one match set up a whole hell of a lot, man. I was so impressed with him. And again, we tore the house down, and we had never touched, we had never had a match ever anywhere. And I guess maybe one of the other guys that I could put on there would be, Ric Flair. I mean, Rick and I had a lot of matches, but when you were the world champion, as he ended up being, you were, you were wrestling every night, and this is the territory days. And so he would go to the territory, and the world champion was always a heel unless he was in his home territory. Rick's home territory was Charlotte, North Carolina. Now I'm not even sure that he was a babyface there. But everywhere else, the champion would go, and obviously, who do you want the world champion to face but your number one babyface?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why in the territory days, the champion was always a heel. And of course, as champion, you're the guy in controlling that match and calling everything.
Man, it's got to be interesting for a guy like Ric Flair with all of his experience, because in some of these territories, you're going to go work with a Ted DiBiase, or you're going to work with a Jake Roberts, or somebody who's on the same level as you are when it comes to experience.
Well, and that's true, but by the same token, and again, I wrestled Rick when he was champion. I'm trying to think. It was a couple times. I can't remember where, but I was perfectly capable. But I mean, he's the champ, and so we bow to the champ. We do it his way, and so that's the other thing about being the champ. It's like you're going to have to be able to work with anybody. And you're gonna show up sometimes, and whoever that opponent is not as good as you would like him to be. Well, you got to help elevate him. Anyway, it's another message for another time.
That's it, though. And yeah, it's like you might work with a Ted DiBiase going to one territory. You might just work with some guy who just happens to be the top draw in whatever small territory you're in, and you've got to work with this guy.
Yeah.
So it's,
Yeah.
man, interesting gig to be the champ.